Aloha and welcome to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I am your host, Murph. What is going on, people? Halloween edition. And it's another beautiful day here in Hawaii. I hope everybody's having a good day where you're at. Hope the weather's nice. Hope you're getting some golf in. We've had quite a bit of golf here the last week or so, and we'll get into a bunch of different stuff that we had going on. But I hope you guys are getting out and being able to play. I know that I haven't talked to my brother for a little bit. He's in Ohio. And I know that the weather started getting a little bit cooler up there. He was complaining about it getting a little cool. So I don't know how much longer those guys are going to have to play to be able to play golf. But I hope you guys are getting some rounds in, especially up there up north before it gets too cold. And I hope you guys are having fun, staying safe. A lot of stuff going on in golf today, or not just today, but this past weekend. We had a couple of tournaments going on and some good news. Joe P. No, Joe P. did not get beat in the Fia. He's still the Fia champ. As a matter of fact, the Fia this past weekend, nobody played, I don't believe. Chris may have played, but I don't know. He wasn't playing for the Fia, obviously, since he would have been one of only a few that played, if they did. But as far as I know, Joe P. is still champ of the Fia. Nobody has dethroned him. He's hard to beat. There's no doubt about that. He's a good player. And Beach Boys, those guys played at Hawaii Kai today. Now, I didn't play. I was planning on playing the Halloween tournament at Moanalua. One of the members asked me to play with them. And I was planning on playing that. However, I tried to play yesterday. I don't know what I did to my knee. And it's not the one that I replaced. That one is good. It's my other knee. I just got up out of the chair at work the other day, and when I stood up and I went to walk, something snapped or tore or something in my knee, and it's been pretty painful. I've had to wear a brace, and it wasn't too good because the Clipper Amateur was coming up, and the tournament this past weekend, we'll get into that in a second, but I had to play in that, and then Sunday was Kaiser boys basketball fundraising tournament that I agreed to play in. So anyhow, Beach Boys, those guys played at Hawaii Kai. I did not go out and play. I didn't even go play the Halloween tournament because my knee, after playing yesterday, I couldn't do it. There's no way. So they played Hawaii Kai. I'm not sure where we're at next week, but if you guys are interested in playing, I had one guy contact me and ask about our schedule. He was going to come out last week or the week before that and couldn't make it. So if you guys are interested in playing, want to play on Mondays, you don't have to play every Monday, but if you're interested in wanting to play, hit me up on the beachboysgolfclub.org website. You can leave me a message there. And or you can leave me a message at murphsplace808@gmail.com. And we'll get you set up to come out and play with us. The new season is going to be starting in January, so you could come out and play right now and try it out and see how you like it if you want to be a part of the group. But I wouldn't join. It's at the end of the year, so wait until January to join, or at the end of December. It's $60 for the year to join, and that covers the holiday party we put on and your gin handicap, which actually just went up. I got a notice from the USGA, or from Hawaii State Golf Association, that the gin is going up to $30 per person for the year. So, yeah, but if you're interested to come out and play with us, we'd love to have you. We only probably have like 17 members now. The group has dwindled down a little bit. But we'd love to have you come out and play with us, so do that. Hawaii State Golf Association tournaments. This weekend we had the Clipper Amateur out at Kaneohe at the Marine Corps base. Beautiful course. If you haven't had the opportunity to play that course, if you live here, try to get one of your military buddies to take you out there and play. It's the main holes that I think, the rest of the course is just whatever. But obviously you have 13, 14 are right along the ocean. So it's kind of named our Pebble Beach. So it's really nice. It's a great view up there. But we had the Clipper Amateur there, and myself, along with Joe P., Troy, Dan, Tyler, Travis, Scott, We all played in it. The Clipper Amateur is a 3-day tournament, but you have to make the cut after the first 2 days, Thursday and Friday, to get to play on Saturday and in the final round. Everybody but myself and I think Scott missed the cut also. So I end up playing horrible. My knee, I just couldn't get through the ball. I couldn't turn, and I kept, when you can't transfer your weight to the other side when you're swinging, you have a tendency to swing more with your arms, which tended me to double cross a lot. And not only that, but also caused me to hit everything to the left. So I had quite a few penalty shots and did not play well, shot 83. And to be honest, playing as bad as I did, I only missed the cut by 2 strokes. So there was some kind of high scores, but anyhow, those guys made the cut and they all played pretty decent. I think Travis, maybe I heard, didn't play well on the last day, but Troy, he finished 7th or 8th place in his flight. And Dan, I think Troy said that Dan finished the same, about 7th or 8th in his flight, in the champ flight. Troy was in the B flight. And then I'm not sure what Travis and Tyler did, but the man of the hour, Joe P. Joe, he finished 2nd place, which pushed him up to 7th place in the Governor's Cup points, which now allows him to play in the qualifier for the Sony Open. So he gets to play in that. And as it stands right now, I'm going to be caddying for him in the qualifier. And hopefully he wins that and we get in and he gets to play the Sony Open. So we'll see what happens. The Clipper Amateur was the last tournament of the season. I needed to play well. I was in 3rd place in Senior Player of the Year points before we started this tournament. And since I missed the cut, I get 0 points. And Mike Kawate, Jonathan Oda was first in Senior Player of the Year points. And Mike Kawate was playing in this tournament. And if Mike won, he would get 250 points. And that would push him into 1st place ahead of Jonathan. And that's exactly what happened. Mike ended up winning the tournament. Pushed him up, got 250 points, pushed him up into 1st place, and takes his 3rd consecutive Senior Player of the Year award by 2.5 points over Jonathan Oda. So it was Mike Kawate in 1st place, Jonathan Oda in 2nd place, Brandon Kopp in 3rd place, and then I was in 4th place for Senior Player of the Year. So congrats to Mike on his 3rd consecutive Senior Player of the Year award. And I'm going to push hard to try to win that thing next year. I can't miss any tournaments, and I only missed, I think, 2 or 3, but it counts in the points. You got to get the points. So anyhow, congrats to Mike. Great job. His 3rd consecutive win on the Senior Player of the Year award. So, let's take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Okay, so PGA news. We had the Butterfield Bermuda Championship this past weekend in Southampton, Bermuda. Seamus Power is your winner, shooting 19 under and winning by 1 stroke over Thomas Dietrich. It was Powers' 2nd win on the PGA Tour. So congrats to Seamus on his victory. And, of course, we got our Brent Grant watch on the PGA Tour now. Brent actually played pretty decent this tournament. He made the cut and finished 9 under with rounds of 66, 67, 69, and 73, which put him in a tie for 35th place. So nice tournament, Brent. I'm telling you, I said this last year when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour. I said that he is going to end up winning or he is going to end up getting his PGA Tour card to go to the PGA, and he did that. I honestly believe that by the end of this PGA Tour season, Brent is going to win a tournament. I really believe that. I think that he definitely has the game to do it, and it's just a matter of getting time under his belt on the PGA Tour and getting used to that tour, like he did on the Korn Ferry. He won on the Korn Ferry, and I think he's going to win here. If it's not this year, it will be within his first couple of years. I think he's going to win a tournament. He's just that good. So congrats to Brent on his tournament this past weekend. And the next tournament on tour is the Worldwide Technology Championship of Mayakoba at the El Chameleon Golf Course at Mayakoba. And that's November 3rd through the 6th. Brent is in the field for that tournament, so good luck, Brent, this week coming up. Do well. Let's get a win this year, buddy. You definitely have the game, and I can't wait to talk to you and get you on the show. I did send him a message about his winning, not his win, but getting his PGA Tour card, and told him that I'd like to get him on the show, and he said we will definitely talk. So congrats to Brent on this past tournament, and good luck this coming week. The power rankings for this tournament. Number 1, they have Victor Hovland, which he is the 2-time back-to-back defending champion of this tournament. So he's playing well. So he's probably going to win his 3rd one. Number 2, we got Scotty Scheffler. Scotty is working out a new putter right now, so we'll see how it goes for him in this tournament, but they have him listed at number 2. And number 3 is Aaron Wise. He finished runner-up by 1 shot here in 2020, and he has 3 top 15s since 2018. So good luck to those guys, but I think Victor will take his 3rd. He plays well at this course. I think he's going to take his 3rd win there. Korn Ferry Tour. We have the Jared Sawada watch. Went from Brent Grant on the Korn Ferry Tour watch to now Jared Sawada, another local guy that is playing on the Korn Ferry Tour. Next up for the Korn Ferry Tour is the Q School, which is November 4th through the 7th. So I am not sure if Jared has to play Q School to remain on the Korn Ferry Tour. Right now, he's listed as one of the players on the Korn Ferry Tour. So I don't know for a fact that he has to go to Q School and qualify again. I think he may be good for this season, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on that and let you guys know how he's doing. And then their first tournament for the new season, it doesn't start until January. It's January 16th through the 19th, and they're going to end up going to the Bahamas for the Bahamas Great Exuma Classic. So, stay tuned for more on their season this year and our Jared Sawada watch. So, hey, we got Brent to the PGA Tour. Let's get Jared to the PGA Tour. So good luck to Jared this season on the Korn Ferry Tour. So, let's take another short break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned for new albums from Smart Boy artists C Money Baby and Picasso. In the meantime, grab some new summertime merch like swimwear, shorts, slides, and more. Head to www.smartboystudios.com to stay up to date on new music, new videos, new merch, and any upcoming events. All right, welcome back, everybody. So let's talk a little bit of rules. I'm going to try to include a rules segment in each show. But we actually had a situation come up here in the Clipper Amateur this past weekend that was a couple of the guys were debating on. So what the situation was on hole number 11 is a par 3. Hole number 12 is the tee box is just past the par 3, a little to the left. And what they've done is they have a fence that's erected there to protect those guys on the tee box from guys that are hitting their tee shots on 11 to the green. One of the players hit his tee shot left of this big fence. It's a chain link fence, but it's high. So he hit his ball left of the fence, and a couple of the guys thought that he should get relief from that because it was in his flight path of his ball. He was, because the green is on the other side of it. And I told him that technically you don't get relief from it because it has to affect your stance or your swing. So they called one of the rules guys over, and that's exactly what the rules guy told him. You do not get relief from it because it's just in your flight path. Only if it affects your swing or your stance. Now, you got to remember something else about that. That's only for a fence that is not defining out of bounds. So a wall or a fence or something that is defining the out of bounds, if your ball lands over by it, you do not get free relief from that. You have to take an unplayable lie, which is a 1-stroke penalty, and 2 club lengths no closer to the hole from the ball. So just remember that. If it's a fence that defines out of bounds, you get no relief. If it's a fence that does not affect your stance or your swing, you do not get relief. You have to like he had to punch out to the side so he could hit over or hit to the green because he didn't have a clear shot. So that was one of the rules things that came up, and it's good to know the rules. And they have penalty areas now. They're called penalty areas, but they're bushes, and some of this ground is kind of considered sacred ground on this course, where you're not allowed to go in there. If you hit your ball in there, you can't go get it. And one of those holes is on 12. It's an uphill par 4, a little slight dogleg to the right. Well, I hit my drive left into the penalty area, which I had been doing all day, hitting left. But there's a lady, one of the rules officials or 4 caddies. I'm not sure if she was I don't think she was a rules official, because when my ball was there, I saw my ball, but I couldn't get it. I mean, I could have reached it with a club and got it out, but you're not allowed to go in there. You have to take a drop. You can't play it from there. And so I went ahead and proceeded to from my relief, place a tee, and then 2 club lengths, no closer to the hole, and place another tee, and then drop my ball. Well, she's like calling over a rules official, and I go, you don't need to call him. I already know what the ruling, I know what I got to do. And so he comes over, and I'm already taking care of business, and he's like, you need some help? I go, no, I'm good. I know what it's 2 club length, no closer to the hole, relief. I mean, not relief, but penalty. So it always helps to know what the rules are. And if you don't know, then you should play 2 balls. And I guess Troy ran into a situation with one of the rules people on hole number 13, that his ball was not in the hazard, not in the penalty area, but they wouldn't allow him to hit it or something. He was explaining to me the other day, and I didn't quite understand it, but he ended up having to take a penalty stroke, which the way he described it, he shouldn't have had to. If his ball was not in the penalty area, he did not need to take a penalty stroke. If he can swing and hit the ball without being in the penalty area or hitting, his ball wasn't in there, he said. So it's always good to know the rules, and the rules officials don't always know either. I mean, I had another case at Barber's Point playing in a tournament, and I hit my ball, and it was in a hole, kind of like a hole, like a burrowing animal hole, which you do get relief from burrowing, I can't even say the word, animal holes, those that go underground. Well, mongoose, which we have here on the island, they burrow. They go down into the ground. And so when I call the rules official over to confirm I get relief from this, because oh no, he tried to tell me mongoose were not burrowing animals. I'm like, what? So they don't always know for sure. And if you're ever in doubt and question whether you get relief or what the rule is, just play 2 balls. Play a second ball. Play the first ball as it lies, and then play your second ball with you taking relief. And then when you go in, before you sign your scorecard, you find out which ruling is correct. What do you get to do? But always play 2 balls if you don't know, because you could get in there and find out you did the wrong thing, and then you sign the scorecard, and you get DQ'd for signing a wrong score. So if you don't know, ask. But And not only that, if you guys have any questions about rules, please shoot me an email, merceplace808@gmail.com. Any rules questions or rulings that you think were wrong or you have questions about, please shoot me an email, and We'll get it worked out. If I don't know the answer, I'll get you the answer. That's not an issue. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for your support. If you'd like to support the podcast, there's a spot that you can go and do that. If you guys have any topics or questions or anything, please shoot me an email at merceplace808@gmail.com. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to know, what you want to talk about, actually. I know we basically cover the same things every week, which is the FIA, the Beach Boys, the PGA, and the Corn Ferry, but those are the things that I'm involved in or I'm interested in. And I want to know what you guys are interested in. If you want me to talk about something else, please let me know. But anyhow, I thank you guys for listening to the show, for supporting the show. And like I said, if you'd like to support the podcast, there's a spot where you can go do that. I appreciate everybody's taking their time out of their day or their night, like Steve, who listens to me when he's going to sleep. And I told him, I go, what, am I that boring that puts you to sleep? And he was like, no, I just like listening to it when I go to sleep. So, but no, thank you guys. Really. I really, really do appreciate it. And, I hope, everybody's being safe, having fun, playing golf. And if you're playing golf, hit them straight, hit them long, but don't hit them very often. Aloha, everybody.